Well, what are you turning around for?
What?
Are you helping her calculate?
Yeah, I don't bring anything.
But are you helping her calculate?
Oh.
Please. No, M we already said is 12. We already took that into account. We already know I, we already know N. I just want to calculate A. Using M equals to 12 and I factor equals to 3%, we already calculated I. That we calculated from here. But now we want to calculate A.
I got 2100. I don't know about
2100? Sort of okay. This is right ballpark.
A's the first.
Is anybody else getting 2100?
What's A?
annuity.
I'm getting 1674. I don't know if that's right.
It seems a little bit too low. But it's possible. Anybody else? Are you getting a different eye?
Yeah.
The eye seems pretty okay. I don't think eye is different. What are you getting?
1.002.
Yeah, 0.00247. Anybody else for A? $1,600?
1,670.
Okay, so we have two 1,679. We're just going to go with that. So A is 1,679. So we are going to have three 360 payments of this. Okay, all right. Shh. All right. So actually, these should be positive, though, right? I'm sorry. These are we are getting red, so we are getting positive numbers. Okay, so we took into account. Now, no, what am I saying? That's the payment. Sorry, can you subtract that from 2,500? I'm sorry. So this is we are giving away rent. We are getting 2,500. Let's just take the difference of the two, because we are getting that every month, right? So 2,500 minus 1,679 will be 821, right? So let's just put this to be 821. Okay? All right. Now it's important to know that, so you bought the house here. The question is, when did the people start renting it? Okay? Because this is the first month. Right? So when do you think they actually made the payment? You would usually expect them to make the payment here, right? When they move in. But let's just assume for simplicity they're paying at the end of the month. Okay? So that way we're making payment here and we are also going to make a payment here. Because this is the end of year 30th. Right? Make sense? Alright. Okay. So we have taken into account rent. We have taken into account the mortgage. Now let's look at the tax. So tax 1, 2, 3, 4, less than 12. So we're going to have a negative on 12 and 24 and so on and so forth. So that's the second annuity, right? This is 12, 24 and so on and so forth. And this yearly annuity is going to be tax, 10,000, maintenance and insurance. So 14,500. And that's it, right? So we've taken into account everything.
Well, would you add 800, or would you minus 821 from that because you're still making it that same month?
Yeah. So those, so we don't want to take the difference because we want to same annuity here, same annuity here.
Okay.
Because if you take the difference, then it becomes complicated because it's not an annuity anymore, right? All right, does it make sense? So we have two different annuities: a monthly annuity and a yearly annuity. And we are assuming that the entire expenses for this year are stacked at the end of the year. Yeah.
Do we just do appreciation at the very end?
And now we have to look at the value of the house. At the end, so now the question we can ask ourselves is, if we sell the house here, how much money do we have And how does it compare to the money we would have had we invested this in the stock market? Right? Does it make sense? So let's look at the future value F. Okay. Okay. So the future value is, first of all, the value of the house. So the value of the house is going to be 500 times 1 plus I effective, which is, we said 3%. To the power, let's say we're doing it over 30 years. Right? That's the value of the house. You sell the house for this much. Make sense? Plus the monthly money we are making, right? Again, you want the future value of this annuity. So this is going to be 821, 1 plus. Now in this case, you can use I effective if you want, or you can use I nominal. Let's just use I nominal. Oh no, not I nominal, but I. So 1 plus 0.247 divided by 100 to the power what? How many payments? 360, right? 30 years, so 360 minus 1 divided by what? I, right? That's the future value.
So even for the yearly months, every 12 months, you still include that in that one? You don't.
Sorry?
Shouldn't you ignore every 12 months as it's different?
No, because I am going to take that as 2 separate annuities. Otherwise, it's going to become crazy.
Okay.
Right? Otherwise, it will be 3, right? So I'm going to just set that as an annuity, and I'll have a now negative minus 14,500, right? Right? That's another annuity now. And times, so that payment is obviously getting made only yearly. So now in this case, you can use I to be simply I effective. So times 1 plus I effective, which is 3 over 100 to the power what? 30, very good. Minus 1 divided by I effective, which is 3 over 100. Good. So this is the value, this is the amount of money that you would have at the end of 30 years when you sell the house. So very good with this? Now, what would be the money if we invested this in stock market? So this is, we're going to compare this to the stock market number. The stock market number would be 100 times 1 plus 5 over 100 to the power 30. Yeah?
When we're taking into account the yearly payments that you're making, how come you're able to use I effective on the bottom of the formula?
Because in that case, if you look at the money compounded from period to period, it is a year, right? There's nothing in between. Right? You could also have called this I to be I for this entire period, right? So you could have called it to be that 1 plus I nominal over n to the power n minus 1. Eventually it will be I effective. Because that's how much this money gets compounded till the next payment. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Okay, let's calculate these two numbers and we'll have an answer. I have no idea what the answer is really. I think the house, buying the house will win. And I can tell you these are fairly realistic numbers. Do the calculation. Don't talk. Use your brain there. Tap into your brain. Yeah.
Shouldn't the 14,500 be 14.5 and then 821 be 28?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just make the 500, 500.
Just make the 500 again.
Because that's what you
No, sorry.
Dr. Chauhan?
Yeah.
How would you take inflation into account? Just for future reference?
Well, inflation, I mean, inflation is an interesting concept. We can talk about what inflation is. But the increase in house is basically the inflation. Now, what we haven't taken into account, of course, is will the taxes stay the same? Will the yearly maintenance stay the same? Will the insurance stay the same? No, they will all change. So that's what, if you want to take inflation into account, you'll be changing these numbers over time.
That would be really hard.
Which is what they do.
But because it's compound interest, you still have to compute that. All right, I want a number. I want to know what I need to do with the $100,000 that I have in the bank. Actually, only $100. But who cares about 1,000? And actually, if you think about it, you can make your life a little bit easier. Because if you think about it, what should be this minus this?
0.
Sorry? No? Yeah.
For a value, you're close to a million.
Me too.
Close to what?
A million.
Close to a million? Okay, it's possible. Now what do you get with this?
$500,000.
470,000?
430.
And this is about a million. Sorry, how much?
999,275.
Okay, those numbers are actually all very realistic, so I think they're really okay. So you can see, buying the house does make sense. However, now the caveat, as you asked earlier, will the house be rented all the time? The hassle of being a homeowner. Being a homeowner is a job, right? It's not easy. I have a home and I know it's not easy. So there's a lot of hassle. Make sure that people pay the rent. What if they stop paying the rent? You have to go to the court. Right? Forget about court fees. You don't get the rent for a very long period of time. And then of course the court fee, the lawyer. So it's a hassle. So these numbers are correct. Buying a house does make sense economically. But when you put in the fact that it really takes away a lot of your time, you basically break even. So buying a house is not a great investment unless the real estate value appreciates like crazy, which can happen, but may not happen. All right, guys. Please do calculate.